Hi there folks, I'm Alex from the Southern Ukulele Store, and today is going to be a mammoth video. Just the setup for this ukulele, just going and getting ukuleles and taking them out of boxes to save time, took half an hour, which is about 5 times longer than your average video. Today we're going to look at Pono, but we're going to look at pretty much all of the Mango and Acacia ukuleles. We're going to talk about the standard series. We're talking about your kind of AC, AT, AB, your Acacia baritones, and your Mango, MGC, We're going to look at the pineapples as well, so MGCP, MGT. We're going to look at all of them, and then we're going to look at the deluxe models as well. So the Acacia Tenor Deluxe, the ATD, the ABD, you know, all of the variations of the Acacia and Mango. We're going to talk about each series, and then we're going to play sound samples of each model in that series. It's going to be a mammoth video, but I know that out there's a lot of people with questions about Pono, and the ukulele site are fantastic for showing off the Pono range, but those of you that want to buy from a European dealer, a UK based dealer, our sound samples are kind of one's here, one's there, because they're never in stock at the same time. So I felt it was important to take the time to film this video while we have the chance, because it might be another 18 months, 2 years before all of them are in one place at the same time again. So we're going to start with the Acacias. We're going to start with the Acacia Standard Series. We're going to have a look at the AC. Let's do a clever cut and be right back. Okay folks, the first ukulele we're going to look at today is the Pono AC AT and AB, the standard series of Pono. There's not really much standard about Pono. I've always tried to explain to my customers, and it's always been something I've rationaled, that you have instruments up to about £300, which are usually a Chinese made factory instrument with some exceptions, and then the next price point up there's a bit of a gap, but then you start with the Ponos. And although there are some excellent ukuleles that I've talked about in other videos, the Ponos have been really long standing. They haven't really changed apart from one spec change in the last 10 years, and people just know them, they love them. You'll always be able to find a Pono player that tells you how good their ukulele is. So we're going to look at this standard series here, which is all solid Acacia. So they're satin finish, all solid Acacia, always a very uniformed Acacia. They don't tend to ever look as quirky as some of the Kais and the Millers, but traditional is good. Okay, you have the tiny rope binding there. You've got tiny rope binding rosette. You have an ebony fingerboard and bridge, which was upgraded back in 2016 from rosewood. So the standard series come with ebony fingerboard and bridge, like the deluxe, which was a free upgrade and a very welcome one that has stayed the course. You then have these open back tuners made by Grover with the black buttons, and a bone nut and saddle with a 35mm nut. Now that's really important, because it's not just the concert that has that bone nut, but the tenor does, and the baritone. So this baritone also has a 35mm nut. Some people don't like that, but I've always found that for every player out there that loves the baritone neck and the big dimensions, there's a player out there that wants that deeper tone, but they want a familiar feeling fingerboard. And the Ponos have always really ticked the box for those players. So the neck profile on the Ponos, as you get bigger, you start to notice it's a very round shape. So it's quite a deep round shape with a slender nut width. Very modern, you would call it a modern shape. It's not wide and thin like some of the traditional spec, but they just fit well in pretty much every player's hands. Even people who don't like the 35mm nut width don't tend to notice it. It's only when I point it out in videos like this that it tends to become a problem for people. So if you come in the shop, try it. Don't put it off, try it. Yeah, there's not really much else to say, because the standard series is very bare bones, but they're reliable, they're well made on the Isle of Java in Indonesia. This is the standard series. This is the Pono AC AT and AB. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give them all a play and see what you think. Okay, the second ukulele series we're going to look at today is the Pono Standard Mango series. So the models in this series are the MGC, which is the concert, the MGTP, which is this tenor pineapple with a satin finish, the MGT, standard tenor, and then the MGB, which is the standard baritone. And they all share the same spec, apart from one obvious exception being the shape on the pineapple. And that is, they are solid Hawaiian mango on the top, back and sides. Very, very straight grained, in fact, before mango became a really serious ukulele tone wood in the last 2 or 3 years, Pono have been making this model for nearly a decade. It's always been in their arsenal, and it's always been a wood that I've liked because of the Pono Mango series. I've always felt like people had taken the Acacia and Mahogany series seriously, but it's only really now that mango is getting a fair shake with other ukulele manufacturers that people are starting to really gravitate towards the Pono mangoes. They have the ebony fingerboard and bridge once again with a 35mm nut across the whole range, including the baritone, and the rope rosette as well. You have the open back tuners, which on all of the standard models I should point out are chrome, and they're gold on the deluxe models we're going to look at in a moment. And yeah, it's gorgeous, it looks great, feels great, sounds great, tastes great. Let's give it a play. Okay folks, the next series we're going to look at today is the Acacia Deluxe series. This model I'm holding right here is the ATD, which is probably the most popular Pono model. It's solid acacia on the top, back and sides, with slightly more emphasis put into selecting a prettier wood. So you do often find that the gloss does the job of making it prettier anyway, but if you put the average AT and ATD side by side, you normally notice a bit more eccentricities to the grain of the deluxe models. They have the high gloss finish on the body, but a satin neck's mahogany, with an ebony fingerboard and bridge, 35mm nut as discussed on all the other models, with a glossed faceplate. So the faceplate on this is it ebony? Yes, is ebony, but glossed on the front but not on the back, and then you have gold open back Grover tuners, just slightly more deluxe, slightly more regal looking. And then you still have that rope rosette on these models, just a simple rosette. Hopefully I've got that on the camera. Yeah, the ATD has been the most popular for as long as I can remember. It's always been the Pono that most people are asking when it's back in stock, and it's always the first one to sell when they do come into stock. But if you're a concert fan, the ACD is just as nice. In fact, I actually prefer the look of the ACD because it has a really curvy body compared to most other concerts. Just something slender about the Pono, but they still have the right kind of depth that you want. And then of course, if you want a baritone, you've got the ABD, which is this beast right here. So this is the Acacia Deluxe series, the ACD, ATD and ABD. Let's give them a play and see what you think. Okay, and now we're back with our final series of the day, which is the Mango Deluxe Pono series. The Mango Deluxe Pono series is available in a few different flavours as well. You have a concert, the MGCD, Mango Concert Deluxe, the MGTD, the Mango Tenor Deluxe, the MGTDP, Mango Tenor Deluxe Pineapple, and then finally you have the Mango Baritone, the MGBD. And these instruments share the same spec as the Acacia, just with solid mango bodies, so Hawaiian mango, top, back and sides, with a mahogany neck that's satin, the body is gloss, 35mm nut width with those deluxe open back tuners, and a very simple rope rosette there, which hopefully you caught on camera. I'm holding the pineapple because I just love that in the modern world, what's happening is that mango is becoming a more accepted tone wood for ukuleles, and people just automatically put the word mango and the word pineapple together because they're both part of the same fruit bowl. I can't speak for anyone else, but it's impossible to describe it in any way other than saying words that you think is predictable, something like sweet. But look, we're going to give them a play, see what you guys think, but I hope you love them too. There you have it, folks. We've just looked at a lot of different Mango and Acacia ukuleles, but which was your favourite? Let me know in the comment section. If you have any questions, you can contact me in store at alex@ukulele.co.uk, or you can give me a call on 01202 430 820. I'll be back hopefully very, very soon. Lots of exciting new products have all arrived at the same time, so it's just trying to figure out which one to do first. I'm Alex. Have a great week. Please speak again soon.